Hi everyone. So today I wanted to tell you a little bit about my skincare journey, and then also in particular I'll be telling you about the picture that you're seeing on the cover photo for this video, and I'll be telling you about what I did and why my face looked like that. So I just want to put this warning out there that some of the pictures in this video are, I don't want to say disturbing, but definitely not the best looking. So definitely want to put that out there. The reason I'm doing this video is because I have had a skincare journey that's been at least a difficult one for me, and so I figured if there are others out there that have gone through kind of what I was feeling, then maybe they could take something from this video. So then this is for you. So I started having a lot of skin issues, breakouts when I was, I guess, like a teenager or preteen, I guess like maybe 8th grade time. I started feeling really uncomfortable if I wasn't wearing some sort of makeup, some sort of foundation or something like that. And then through my teen years and then through my 20s, I mean, now I'm 31 years old. It's just been like a long struggle of just trying to have my skin be clear. One of the problems, the biggest problems for me, was that every time I would have a breakout, my skin would just instantly kind of like scar. So like I would just be getting a lot of red marks. And then you might see it sometimes when my makeup fades or starts to wear off, or maybe I'm sweating a lot, that like you can start to see it through my skin. And that's definitely something I was really self-conscious about. So, I mean, it's definitely one of those, I definitely have been one of those people who wears makeup to the gym, try to wear makeup almost wherever I go. These days I am feeling more comfortable about how I look, but I'll kind of go through what my journey was to get there. So the first part of my journey, because number one, you are beautiful no matter what you look like, no matter what your skin looks like. So just putting that out there, and confidence definitely comes from within. And the first confidence booster I had was when I went on a mission trip to Tanzania, Africa. And the first thing I learned was that we would not be allowed to wear makeup all there. So the first thing I thought was that I'll sneak some sort of foundation in there just so I can put like a little, cover up type thing in there in case I have any breakouts. But then when I got there, it was so much more about what we were doing and the people that we were working with, and I kind of stopped caring about like the superficial type of things and what I was looking like and more of myself. So at the end of it, there ended up being pictures and whatnot, and even on Facebook, of me not wearing makeup, and I felt comfortable and confident because, again, it wasn't about me, it was about the people that we were serving. So that was, in the beginning, the first confidence booster and the thing that made me feel a little bit less self-conscious about my skin. But once I started getting closer to 30 years old, I realized, like, what is going on? Like, shouldn't this have subsided by now and stopped happening? So I kind of made it a goal that by the time I was 30, or, before I turned 31, that I really wanted to get my skin under control. So probably around like a couple of years ago was when I first started doing microdermabrasion. So I ended up doing 6 treatments of that, which I really enjoyed that, and I think the results were really good. So unfortunately, I don't have any exactly like before photos. I only have after my second treatment, so I'll go ahead and show a photo of that. And then I have a photo after the 6 months of the microdermabrasion treatment. So I think the microdermabrasion treatment worked out really well, and I would definitely do that again in the future. I think for the skin, it worked out very well. The treatments were, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes or half an hour long. I just did it at Hand and Stone. I absolutely loved it, and it was really affordable. I think it might have been, I don't know, somewhere between like, I want to say like 110 and 250 or something like that for 6 treatments. I think that's what it was. I mean, it was a while back, so I don't like quite remember, but I think it was around that. And I thought the treatment was not painful. A couple of spots I felt like a little bit, I think maybe like around the nose area, but otherwise I thought it was fine. So after that, I still felt like I needed to do something more with my skin. So I went to my dermatologist, and then he referred me to this other doctor, which is more kind of like almost like a skin, I want to say like a skin surgeon type of doctor type thing. And so he recommended a few different treatments. So this is what I ended up doing within the last year. So there are a couple of different things. So the first thing I ended up doing, which I think was my my biggest confidence booster as far as those treatments. So I started to notice around that time, like one of the things I was most self-conscious about was within my skin, and you can't see it now because I've had like the treatment done, and I tried to capture it on photo, but it was really hard to capture it. But when I was looking in the mirror, or especially if there were shadows, I could see a lot of divots in the skin, and they're called like acne craters. They have some other words for them, but basically it's kind of like a little spot or like an indentation where the skin goes down. And so when I saw the doctor about it, he was saying that essentially when the acne scar is created, what happens is there are these like almost like strings that pull the skin downward. And so what he said was that we could do this treatment. It's called like a pop-out procedure, where he goes under the skin and he cuts underneath those strings, and that way it releases, and then your skin kind of pops back out. So that was the first treatment that I did. So that treatment, I want to say I did maybe like 5 needles to the face to kind of numb it up. And then he went under, and then he, kind of popped them back on. I don't remember the treatment being painful for that. The only thing was that afterwards, there were a lot of marks on my face. So I'll show a picture of that. So with the marks on my face, the purple actually was not really bruising. It was more because the doctor had to mark all the spots where the craters were. And so afterwards, the skin is so fragile, and it's just been worked on, and you don't want to mess it up and have bad results. So you're not really allowed to touch it for a few days. So the only thing I could do is I could go home and I could kind of, if I took a shower, I think after 24 hours, I was allowed to let the water drip on my face, but I wasn't allowed to touch the face for a couple of days. It was really awkward because I think on the way home or the next day, I had to go pick up something from the store that, I don't know, it was something I don't know if it was like a painkiller for afterwards maybe or something. But Sean was all worried because it looked like I got beat up or something. So he's like, I don't want you to think that this is coming for me or something. Oh my gosh, you're gonna think you're getting beat up by somebody. So my face definitely was not looking the greatest afterwards, but the results have definitely been lasting. So this has been months since then, and that was one of the biggest confidence boosters. All the time I was always using makeup to kind of like fill in so kind of filling in, I guess, the craters, the divots, and then kind of putting makeup over on top of it. So that was one of the biggest things that I saw great results from. So after that, we did the one that you saw the picture of on the cover of this video. So that one was called the microneedling. So it's almost like the one that Kim Kardashian did, where that was like I think that's called the vampire facial or something like that. So I didn't know going into this that it was gonna look like this at all, and I certainly didn't do it because she did it, but it was recommended by my doctor, and it's similar to that. It's not the same thing. So basically I go in. It definitely was quite crazy. It was one of the most painful things I've ever done. So I go in for the treatment, and I must have had 30 to 50 needles to the face to numb it up. And to me, needles freak me out so badly, and I didn't know that I was gonna be having that many needles. I knew that the procedure was not gonna be painful, but the thing is, to get to the procedure, you have to do all the needles. So it was just like prick, 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 prick. So many needles to my face. So they put some sort of like a coolant or ice or something on my face before they did that. And I remember them doing some sort of like a numbing type cream, and I can't remember if that cream was before or after the needle pricks. I feel like it was after the needle pricks, but I don't know, I could be wrong. But anyway, so many needles to the face. I didn't like that. I hated that part so much. It just, I don't know, I don't like needles. It hurt, it did not feel good. So anyway, once that was over, I think that afterwards was the cream, and then there was like the other facial wrap thing. So I'll show you pictures of those. So then the next part of the procedure, so the picture on this cover of this video, that what looks like blood on my face is actually blood on my face, of my face. So my blood on my face from my face. So what happened was there's like a roller device. So I don't know, it reminds me of that movie Hellraiser or something. I never saw that, but I saw like the cover of that DVD. So the rolling device, and I didn't even actually see it, I was too afraid. So the doctor was just describing to me. So it's basically like this rolling device, almost like a rolling pin, with just needles or some sort of sharp needle type objects all covering it, and it was just rolled on the face. So all around, just rubbed on the face. The hardest part, the only part where I felt a little bit of pain was only around here, because I did have definitely some scarring, and I still do have a little bit of scarring. But anyway, so we did that. So once we were into the procedure and I realized what he was doing to my face and that I was bleeding on my face, then I think the doctor was a little freaked out that I was gonna be freaked out, and that I was gonna be scared of like what was going on with my face. But actually, once I realized my face was looking like that and actually did look like the thing that Kim Kardashian did, I was like, oh, well, can I get a picture of this? This is kind of crazy. And so when I was trying to take a picture, my face was so numb. I was trying so hard to smile, but it was almost impossible. I was able to get kind of a little bit of a smile on there, but anyway, I just thought that was funny. And the next day, the next few days, it was looking hideous on my face. My face just looked so red. And you could definitely see a lot of marks from where that was trailing. And so then afterwards it healed up. But then the unfortunate thing is that maybe a week later, and I captured this in the photos, all of a sudden I started breaking out like crazy. So I went back to my regular dermatologist, and he recommended a cream which actually helped so much. So now I can use that from time to time, and it helped really calm it down. So, but after I went and did the microneedling one, I did some laser one. So that was really supposed to help with what was on the surface, just help with the pigmentation. I think I did maybe 1 or 2 treatments after that. I still think pop out was probably the #1 thing that had such a huge impact on my face, and just, you know, not having to put as much makeup in there, on there as much anymore. I also enjoyed the microdermabrasion. So I think I definitely, in maybe the near future, maybe the next year, want to go back and do the microdermabrasion again, because I think that really helped. And then otherwise, yeah, that's my skincare journey. I'm feeling more confident now than ever. It used to be that to go to the gym, I would have to wear makeup, or to the grocery store, because I felt really self-conscious. And I know I had someone say to me, like, you know what, you wear makeup to the gym, but it wasn't like I was just trying to look pretty. It was just, I was trying to feel comfortable. And so if you know kind of what that feels like, then this is where I'm coming from. And yeah, so now I feel more confident. Again, it's not just from about the outside, but it's also the inside, because no matter how you're looking, what you look like, you gotta have that confidence from the inside first. No makeup can make up for that. But yeah, so ultimately this is my skincare journey. So if you wanna try some of these, you know, treatments, maybe think about it, research it for yourself, and see what your doctor says, because not everything is for everyone. When I went to the specialist doctor, I thought I was gonna get some sort of chemical peels or something. I mean, this is what I had been reading about, so I had no idea I was gonna go in this direction. But anyway, so this is where I am now. I mean, I'm wearing makeup. I do still have scars, but again, I'm more confident than I've been before, and I'm really happy where I'm at, and I'm hoping that maybe you can take something from this video too. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe, and otherwise, I'll see you soon.